The girl in the red dress on the rooftop. This happened a few years ago, when I was still living with my family in a quiet suburban neighborhood. Right next to our house stood an old, crumbling home where an elderly woman lived alone. Every day, my younger brother, my cousins, and I would play in the backyard, where we could see clearly into her garden. There was a small pond there, where she kept a few ducks. We often saw her tending the garden and feeding them. But one day, all the ducks mysteriously vanished. We helped her look for them everywhere, but they were gone without a trace. Our neighborhood didn't have wild animals, aside from a few stray cats, and there was no way cats could kill full-grown ducks. Stranger things began to unfold. My grandmother told me that every night at exactly 3 a.m., she saw a girl in a red dress walking along the neighbor's rooftop. She appeared only for 1 hour and vanished without fail. I didn't believe her at first. I thought it was just an old person's tale. But then, things got horrifying. One afternoon, while playing with my brother, I heard a loud scream from next door. I ran to the fence and peeked over. What I saw turned my blood to ice. Where there used to be a pile of firewood by the pond, now there was a heap of bones, rotting flesh, and blood. Insects were crawling over the remains. The elderly woman stood frozen beside it, her eyes vacant. A foul stench rode the breeze, stabbing into my nose. I gagged. My brother was too short to see over the fence, and I refused to let him look. I didn't want him to be haunted like I was. That night, I couldn't sleep. I tossed and turned, the image of the bones and that horrified woman etched into my mind. I glanced at the clock. 12:59 a.m. Moments later, the clock clicked to 3 a.m. A metallic clang rang out from the backyard. I got out of bed and approached the window to investigate. What I saw made my heart stop. A girl in a red dress with long, messy black hair was walking on our backyard fence. Her skin was ghostly pale, and from where I stood, I couldn't see her eyes, just dark, empty sockets. Her feet had horns growing out of them, digging into the wooden fence to balance her steps. Suddenly, she leapt into our backyard on all fours, twisted her neck unnaturally, and stared straight into my window. My legs went numb as I finally saw her face, hollow, sunken eye sockets dripping with a thick black liquid. Insects crawled in and out of them. She grinned, then lunged toward the window, banging it violently. I screamed, but no sound seemed to escape. Her nails scratched the glass, and then she let out a piercing, agonizing scream that made the air itself vibrate. I was frozen in place, unable to move. The black fluid in her eye sockets bubbled as more bugs crawled across her face. And then, at exactly 4 a.m., she vanished. The paralysis lifted, leaving me trembling uncontrollably. I couldn't go back to sleep. I knew then and there I would never forget her face. That nightmare would haunt me until my dying breath.